How's it going, everyone? Mega Mashers here, woohoo! And I present you guys with a very special team building video. And this is also a Rate My Team video, and this video has, it also has a very special meaning behind it, because this right here is dedicated to breast cancer awareness. And it just so happens that October happens to be Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's also representing of the color pink. And it just so happens that I'm wearing a pink toque. And it just so happens that all of these Pokemon here are the color pink, whether they be by regular color, whether they be by shiny coloration. And in the case of Latias, I just want to point out real quick, I know that it isn't technically pink, but it has a bit of a pink tinge to it. I mean, it's red mostly, but I'm seeing a little bit of a pinkish kind of color within that red. So I thought that, you know, hey, I would throw Latias in there because it's somewhat resemblant to the color pink. Feel free to disagree. You know, everyone has their difference in opinions, and I respect that. So anyways, let's get on with this video here. So the first member of this team is going to be Unaware Clefable. Now, I'm deciding to rock a Calm Mind setup set with stored power. And after a couple Calm Mind boosts, stored power is going to hurt. So let's see here. So we're rocking the leftovers to allow you to have passive recovery at the end of each turn. And the ability is going to be Unaware. And let me just highlight this real quick. Unaware ignores the opponent's stat changes. That means that this thing ignores any setup. You can set to +6, and it's unaware because it doesn't care. Yes! I'm loving this already. So the first move that we got is going to be Calm Mind to allow you to set up and boost your special attack and your special defense by 1 stage. Up next, we got Moonblast, because Moonblast on Clefable is just amazing. 95 base, special, fairy type move with a 30% chance to lower your opponent's special attack by 1 stage. That's pretty awesome. And up next, we got Stored Power, a psychic type move. Now what Stored Power does, okay, so it's base 20 power initially, okay? But for every stat boost that you get, that's an additional 20 points in the move's base power. So because Calm Mind boosts 2 of your stats by 1 stage each, you're adding 40 base points into the power of Stored Power. And say if you get 2 Calm Mind boosts, that 20 base power now becomes base 100. And couple that with the fact that its special attack is now +2. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. It's gonna fucking hurt. And then we got Moonlight. Moonlight is the best healing move for Unaware Clefable to have, considering that it doesn't have access to soft boiled, considering the fact that Unaware was non-existent back in 3rd generation, and the only way for you to get a soft boiled Clefable was through 3rd generation. So, yeah. Plus, Unaware is a hidden ability, and hidden abilities did not come out until 5th generation, so please keep that in mind. So the EV spread that I have for you here is going to be a physically defensive Clefable. We want to have as much natural physical defense as possible, considering there's no way for us to set up our physical defense in this set and situation here. We're going to go with the Bold Nature because we don't need that attack. We got 248 into its HP, 252 into its special defense, or no, sorry, physical defense, and then 8 into speed. Just to give it a little bit of speed so that you can outspeed opposing Clefable that run similar sets, if not the same set. So that's all I got to say for Clefable. Let's move on to Chansey. Okay, so we got the Eviolite going, and Eviolite boosts the defense and special defense of Pokemon that are not fully evolved. And Chansey is not fully evolved because Blissey is the next Pokemon in line of its evolution. So this right here is going to boost its defenses up to an absurd level. And look at that base 250 on the HP. Jeez, man, no wonder this thing is high up in the OU. No wonder. This thing is so reliable. So we're going to go with Natural Cure to allow you to heal yourself of any status conditions upon switching out. That's just so cool. That is awesome. The first move we'll be going with is Seismic Toss, and Seismic Toss does a fixed amount of damage equivalent to your level. So because we're all level 100s here, it's going to do 100 damage, meaning that it's going to take away 100 HP points from your opponents every single time you go for Seismic Toss. The next move that we got is going to be Wish, and Wish is a 2-turn healing move. The first turn allows for you to set up the Wish, and then the next turn, the Wish activates and restores 50% of your HP. Now, this also allows for you to be a very good Wish passer, because say if you have a teammate that is very low on health and needs that juicy boost. Well, here's the thing. Base 250 on the HP, Wish passing, you're going to get pretty much all your health back. But if you want to restore your own health, that's why we got Protect. Protect is to be used the next turn after Wish. That way, you don't get damaged and you're guaranteed to have your Wish healing. And you're good to go! And the last move that we got is going to be Heal Bell, because this Pokemon is meant to be a cleric, full on. And Heal Bell is a great move that not only cures you, but cures your entire team of any status conditions. So there you go. And the EV spread is going to be a bold nature to allow you to have a little more defense and lower your physical attack. We're going to go 248 into its HP, 252 into its physical defense, and then 8 into its special defense. I gotta say, for it having a very weak physical defense, it sure can take a lot of hits, and it sure has a respectable number of defense points, because it has 119, but with the Eviolite boost, multiply that by 1.5 times, and that is almost 180 for defense points. That's pretty good. That is actually very good. So, the next member is going to be our hard-hitting Mega Heracross. So, this Pokemon, you know what, like, I don't like its design very much because it looks kind of, like, weird, in my opinion, but after testing out a Mega Heracross Rain team, I actually am starting to like using this thing. So anyways, we're going to be using its Megastone Heracronite to allow it to achieve Mega Evolution, and its pre-Mega Evolution ability is going to be Moxie. That way, that if you want to score a KO before Mega Evolving, this boosts your attack up by 1 stage, and you may not even need to use Swords Dance next turn, and you can just pretty much sweep late game. Now, the ability that it gets in Mega Evolution happens to be Skill Link. Well, I'm not even sure why it's not showing up there. Oh, now it's illegal. Okay, so what ability does it have? Anyways, never mind. So, the first move we'll be going with is going to be Swords Dance, and the reason for this is so that you can boost your attack up by 2 stages. And considering this thing has a very scary base 185 attack, after 1 Swords Dance, you're almost hitting 1,000, and you're gonna destroy face, you're gonna destroy dreams and crush souls. The next move that we got is going to be Close Combat. Poppity pop pop! Even though it lowers your defense and special defense by 1 stage, it's base 120 power, fighting physical. Your opponent isn't going to live to see another day to take advantage of your lower defense and special defense, because this is going to hurt like a bitch. It's going to hurt. Up next, we got Pin Missile, and Pin Missile takes advantage of Mega Heracross and Skill Link. Yes, Mega Heracross has Skill Link. I have absolutely no idea why, when I tried to type in Skill Link, it showed up as illegal. Because it's not! Anyways, Pin Missile normally hits 2 to 5 times in a row, but thanks to Skill Link, it's going to hit 5 times in a row. It's base 25 power. 25 times 5 is 125. Factor in Stab? Yeah, it's going to hurt! It's going to hurt like a bitch. And then we got Rock Blast. Rock Blast are for those damn Charizard and Talonflame switches. That thing is like, oh, Mega Heracross. It's like we can just take advantage of its 4 times weakness to flying. Nope. Not gonna happen, bitch. And then lastly, let's take a look at the EV spread here. So, we have a Jolly Nature because we want to be as fast as possible and to be able to outpace slower Pokemon. And having base 75 speed with the Jolly Nature max investment, you're going to be able to outpace base 85 neutral speed Pokemon. So that's actually pretty good. We got max attack, max speed, and the rest is going into physical defense. There you go. to be honest with you, like, because we're aiming to outpace neutral-based, base 85 special, or not special, speed Pokemon, we could actually take away some of the speed and just give it a little bit of extra bulk into its defense. You know, just to give it just a little more bulk. So, there we go, a little bit of on-the-spot tweaking there. So, up next, we got Latias, baby. We got Latias. Woo! Now, Latias is going to be a defog set, and this team is very anti-hazards, because we do not want hazards on our side of the field, but we don't exactly need hazards to win the game. You know, this team is half stall / defense and half offense, so it's got a good mixture. So we got a Life Orb to allow for you to have a boost in the power of your moves by 30% at the cost of 10% of your health, and we'll be using Levitate. That's the only ability it has, and that's a damn good ability. This gives you a full immunity to ground-type moves. So, the first move we got is going to be Draco Meteor, and this is base 130 Dragon-type special move that has an unfortunate recoil of a -2 special attack drop. That's not good, but you know what, though? That's, you know, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices if you want to score huge KOs and huge power. Up next, we got Psyshock. Psyshock targets the physical defense of your opponents, but still hits for special damage. So that means all your Chanseys and Blissies and all that stuff, they think that they can switch in and eat up your special hits. No, they're gonna have a hard time swallowing down a Psyshock or two. Very hard. And lastly, we got Hidden Power Fire, baby. We got Hidden Power Fire. Hidden Power Fire are for your Scizors, Mega Scizors, and Ferrothorns, which all have a 4 times weakness to Fire-type moves. And this right here is going to be a very, very, very hard, hot dose of defeat once you get a Hidden Power off on those guys. And then lastly, we got Defog. And Defog removes entry hazards from both sides on the field. So, because, like I said, we don't have any hazards set up in this team, we got nothing to lose by using Defog. We got pretty much everything to gain, and my opponent has everything to lose if they're relying on hazards, and we defog it away. So lastly, let's take a look at the EV Spray. We got a Timid Nature to allow you to be as fast as possible and lower your attack. We got 252 special attack, 252 speed, and then 4 into special defense. And the IVs are going to be 0 for attack. We don't need any attack IVs here. And 30 for special attack and 30 for speed. That way you can have your Hidden Power Fire. Up next, we got Shiny Weavile, baby. Woo! Oh man, this thing it hits like a truck. So we got Life Orb to allow for you to have a 30% boost in power of your moves at the cost of 10% of your health, and we'll be going with Pickpocket. And the reason for that, okay? The reason for that is, say if you were to lose your Life Orb somehow in this battle, if this Pokemon has no held item, then it steals the held item of a Pokemon making contact with it. So that means that if a Pokemon was to attack you, and you somehow live, you steal their held item, and what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're gonna get on their hands and knees and cry for their item back? That's not gonna happen. Because then you're gonna get an Icicle Crash or a knockoff to the face. So first move that we got is going to be Pursuit, and this has a very nice trapping utility, because this means that any of the Lottie twins, any Psychic-type Pokemon are not going to be able to switch out safely without taking a boosted, super effective Pursuit to the face. It's base 40 power, yes, but it doubles when an opponent switches out, so that's actually very, very good. Factor in the fact it's Stab and it's Life Orb, I mean, come on, that's crazy. Up next, we got Icicle Crash. It's base 85 Ice-type move with a 90% accuracy, and it has a 30% chance to flinch. It's essentially a more buffed up version of Rock Slide, except it's the Ice-type rather than Rock-type. And then, up next, we got Ice Shard, because Ice Shard is such good priority that picks off weakened opponents, and what's even better is that there's a lot of threats in OU that are 4 times weak to Ice, such as Garchomp, such as Landorus, such as Dragonite, Salamence, Zygarde, all those Pokemon. And Ice Shard is going to be like, okay, well, I'm weak, but guess what? You're not going to be able to outspeed me, because I got that +1 priority that's going to outspeed your dumbass, and whoop, you're going to be gone. And lastly, we got Knockoff. Knockoff is a base 65 power Dark type move that actually gets a 50% boost in power for whenever you knock off an opponent's held item, rendering it useless. And this right here is gotta be one of my favorite moves. Not only does it get a huge buff from 5th generation, but it's such a great check to utility Pokemon that rely heavily on their held items to function properly in battle. And then the EV spread, pretty standard, pretty simple. We got a Jolly Nature to allow you to have maximum speed, and we got max attack, max speed investment with 4 special defense EVs, and take a look at the speed. That's insane. That is a lot of speed right there. And then lastly, last but not least, we have Quagsire. Now, Quagsire is NU, but this thing used to be OU, okay? And for good reason. This thing has access to Unaware, which basically means fuck your setups. Fuck the fact that you're +6 and everything. It doesn't care, bro. It doesn't care. It'll put on a nice big pair of shades, maybe sip on a couple margaritas and take hits all days. So, we got leftovers to allow you to have passive recovery at the end of each turn. Unaware ignores stat boosts and stat changes from your opponents. The first move that we got is going to be Scald to allow you to have a 30% chance to burn your opponents. Not to mention, hey, a nice little bonus if you somehow get frozen, Scald thaws you. So that's actually really good. Up next, we got Toxic. So if you don't want to burn something, you want to cripple something even worse, Toxic's your best friend. Any Pokemon that doesn't resist or is immune to Toxic, such as Poison types, Magic Guard users, or Magic Bounce users, or... Did I say Poison or Steel? Anyways, Toxic basically is like... It's so good that, yeah, it has a base 90 accuracy and it can miss occasionally, but you'll see that Toxic is actually very, very good on this Pokemon, and, yeah. I mean, it has a pseudo dual status combination. It has the burn status from Scald, 30% of the time. And if you don't want to burn something, just want to Toxic it and wear it down quicker, then you got Toxic. And next, we got Recover. Recover restores 50% of your maximum health, which is very, very important because we're going to want to keep this thing healthy. And then lastly, we got Earthquake. So that way, you have a physical move, and it's base 100 power, and Earthquake is just fucking ownage right there. It's ownage! So this is sort of like a mixed attacking wall, even though it's not meant to be clearly offensive, it's meant to be defensive, but we have a special move in Scald, and a physical move in Earthquake. And lastly, we got the EV spread here going on. So we got Relaxed Nature to drop your speed and increase your physical defense, and we got 248 into its HP, 252 into its physical defense, and 8 into special defense. So you can tell this right here is clearly meant to be a physical wall. And this thing takes hits very well. It's great to counter the likes of Mega Metagross, Landorus, Mega Charizard X. I mean, wow. Like, this thing with max defense investment and Unaware gives the big shaft to any Pokemon that feel the need to set up. So, that's pretty much it for the first part of the video. And I happen to have a second part coming up that's actually going to be a live battle demonstration for this team and to see how well it does. So please stay tuned, stay seated, because I know you're going to enjoy this. Woo! So welcome to the second part of this special Rate My Team video. We are going to be doing a live battle demonstration as to see how well this team is going to function. So as you see here, my opponent has some pretty big threats up in this. Okay, so we got an opposing Weavile, we got what looks to be a Mega Metagross, we got Rotom-Wash, we got Crobat, that thing's gonna be a pain in the ass, we got Garchomp, and we got Whimsicott. That thing's also gonna be a pain in my ass. So let's see here, who are we going to want to lead with? Let's see here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna lead with my Clefable. I'm gonna go ahead and lead with Clefable. I have an idea here. I have an idea. Aha! Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So, let's see. First things first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a calm mind. Okay. Well, let's see here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for the Moonblast right away just to get some damage off. So he's got Encore. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Ah, I see. Protect Encore. Sneaky. Sneaky. Okay. Okay. Well, what should we do here? Should I make a very ballsy play? Should I do it? Should I go for a hard Weavile switch, or maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. I'm going to switch into Chansey just to see what he wants to do. I got an idea. Giga Drain, okay. Okay. I see what's up. I see what is up. So, I'm going to go for Protect a Scout. Hey, there you go. Okay. Well, this right here gives me a pretty good opportunity to switch in. Yep. Okay. Well, this, my friends... this... You ready? Icicle Crash. Icicle Crash. And of course it just had to fucking miss. Are you fucking serious? Oh, come on. Alright, well this is where I got my unaware Quagsire up in this bitch. So what am I going to want to do here? Okay. He's probably going to want to switch out, unless he has Grass Knot. I hope to God he does not have Grass Knot. If he does, I'm screwed. I am screwed. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to predict him switching out, okay? I'm going to predict him to switch out, and I'm going to go for a Toxic. Okay, no, what the hell? That takes some nuts right there. Okay. Well, I think what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to go for Recover. Gonna go for Recover, and I'm gonna go for Skull just to get some sort of damage off. I hope I can burn this thing, and what? Oh shit! Yeah, baby! Yes! Okay, so... Let's see. I think I could be... Well, let's see here. What do I want to do? I'm gonna go for Recover just to scout what he wants to do. Of course. And you know what? Part of me was thinking, it's like, okay, he's probably gonna switch out. I could go for Toxic. But no, that didn't quite work. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Gonna switch into Chansey. And of course, yeah, it's got that Encore, bro. I got you figured out. I got you. So I think I'm gonna go for Seismic Toss just to get some sort of damage off. What the fuck? Okay. Are you serious? You take way too long, bye loser, and then he leaves. Whatever. Hey. I'm tasting quite a bit of salt there. So much salt that it could possibly keep McDonald's in business for years. Alright, cool. Cool. GG. So, we'll just wait it out in case he decides to come back and perhaps finish this battle. Okay. Just waiting, just waiting. And I don't think I took more than like maybe 30 or 40 seconds to make a move. I mean, I'm not just going to recklessly make a move, okay? I'm going to predict, and especially when I'm doing this live, I need to be at the top of my game for you guys. There you go. So, he lost due to inactivity. So, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all there is to it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, the second part of the video, that being the demonstration of this team. And let me show you guys something. Fuck breast cancer. Exactly it. We need to fight against breast cancer. That's why October not only is my favorite month because of Halloween, but because it raises awareness to a very serious and very meaningful cause. Now, I don't know anyone that I'm close to that has suffered from breast cancer, but God forbid, I certainly hope that it doesn't start anytime soon. And this video is also dedicated to all those who are affected by breast cancer in some way, whether it be someone that you are close to, or whether you yourself are suffering or have suffered from breast cancer. That's why I'm repping the pink hat, Inzer. It's a powerlifting company, but anyways, I want to dedicate this to everyone, like I said, who has been affected by breast cancer in some way. So, for breast cancer, like this video. And that's all there is to it, you know? Rate, comment, subscribe to this video, and I shall see you guys next upload.